You got me. Rocks, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, rocks, paper. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello, LTL Nation, and welcome to
Alhegelan.
and the 7-minute breakthrough revolution. On behalf of my daughter, Alhegelan,
And my father, Omar.
We welcome you to tonight's talk on
Motivation.
By the way, Dunya, I wanted to welcome you back. I know that you were sick last week, and a lot of LTL Nation members have written to us and asked how you were. Are you feeling better?
Yep, I'm feeling great.
Oh, that's great. I'm so happy that you are. So, Dunya, what is motivation?
Let's say you're at school. Or your kids are at school and they're bored and doing homework. You want to make it fun, that way you continue and you don't be punished
Okay.
by your teacher.
Okay, well, that's one way to look at it. It's kind of giving something motivation. It's an excitement and a different way to look at things to make something happen, to give them that extra boost, that energy. Like, for instance, 2 weeks ago, you were talking about your bedtime routine.
Yeah.
And instead of doing it that way, you found a motivation. What was that motivation?
And playing music in the morning, that way I get dressed ready for school.
Absolutely. So that's another thing right there. So motivation is what makes us go further, what lets us push beyond our limits. As my friend Morgan Jensen, who has summited Everest, says, you must have meaning. If you find no meaning in what you're doing, you will find no motivation in the long term. In this pursuit of meaning, I would like to take an opportunity to share with you something that I wrote after my skydiving expedition to Antarctica. And it goes like this. And so I finished another dream to reality adventure. It still has not sunk in. It's a weird feeling, preparing, planning, and researching, then living it, and before you know it, I'm back home having accomplished it. It feels like a dream. The lines between reality and illusion are blurred. I post pictures and videos on social media, yet watching them seems voyeuristic, as though I'm living vicariously via my own footage and posts. Strange, really, very hard to describe. It's hard to understand and even harder to put into words why we do what we do. Why do climbers summit peaks? Why do base explorers open new spots? Why do I venture to the Arctic and the Antarctic to go skydive? I presume everyone has a different reason, a different drive, but we also have something in common, the love for life. It sounds strange, really, since to most people, what we do sounds dangerous and borderline suicidal. Yet we do it to experience every millisecond of this reality we call life. We do it because it puts us in the now. It lets us be in touch with ourselves in a way that most cannot even understand. It is this love for life, this expansive desire to live life as much as humanly possible, to live without leaving any stone unturned, that drives us. It's almost as though we do not want to miss out. We know what drives our passion, and we are drawn to it, like moth to a flame. So what drives us? What motivates us? Hank, a Canadian explorer attempting to be the first person to bicycle the first 2 degrees starting at the South Pole, put it best. What drives me is curiosity. Yes, curiosity. Curiosity keeps us going. It's actually one of the best motivators. Unlike the love and passion for family, friends, or any charitable cause, curiosity will keep you going that extra mile, foot, or inch. You cannot let down curiosity like you can a motivating loved one. Curiosity of the self, of what you're truly capable of, is an amazing answer to this question of what best motivates us. Can I keep going? Can I go further than I did yesterday? Can my body take the extreme temperatures? Yes, we are curious. Explorers explore to satiate their curiosity. We fill our souls with the flames of curiosity. We capture with our hearts the magic of the world around us. We go to places where few have dared and push the limits of our desires. And best of all, we do it for ourselves. Not for glory, not for money, not for the 5 minutes of today's social media. We simply do it for the love of it, for the satisfaction this passion brings us, this immeasurable connection to the self, the love of the now. You see, we're all explorers in one way or another, be it parenting, confronting our fears, or simply pushing past a very trying day. We are all explorers at heart. So let curiosity take you. Let it carry you to your goal. Let it guide you to a successful outcome. Rich Grimm shared with us that fear of failure is always present. And in acknowledging that, one realizes that you cannot really succeed until you have learned lessons from previous fails. Ajahn Neiman reminded us that the attitude of gratitude is a powerful motivator. Amazing. A lot of you will definitely relate to Aviva's comment that what has motivated her the most, other than her children, is the guarantee of time moving forward, the promise of situational change. These are some very powerful words indeed. It is a reminder that perspective and time are interwoven. No matter how bleak a current situation is, we must keep moving. We must keep going. It is said that you either grow or you die. You will never progress if you are stagnant. Melissa Nelson explained it perfectly by saying, "All I know is if I keep moving, things tend to work out. If I'm still too long," yes? It's okay. If I'm still, yeah, she's telling me that we've gone over. If I'm still too long, I get depressed. And it takes so much more energy to get started again. Newton's law of motion teaches us that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion. Very well said, Melissa. For those of you that prefer to tap into the more masculine energy, you will agree with multiple-time world champion Neil Houston's perspective. His go-to motivation is knowing that it will be either me or the obstacle that prevails. There has to be a winner, so might as well be us. What a great motivation.
God, faith, love, music.
Smile of my children's face, learning, creating, family, my kids, are some of the amazing replies that we got to that question. So thank you all for sharing your wisdom and love. We will close this segment by sharing my friend Timi Bahiri's words of wisdom. And she says, "Personal integrity, staying true to myself. There is always an underlying reason why things go off the rails. I believe in taking responsibility. If the going gets tough, I create that. I always do my best to stay true to myself and not worry about what others think. It's very freeing, and it helps me get back on track because I know that I can lie to others and fool them, but I can never lie to myself or fool myself." Thank you for that, Timmy. And reading your comments reminds me of a poem that I learned in high school by Edgar Guest called Myself. This is part of it. "I have to live with myself, and so I want to be fit for myself to know. I want to be able, as days go by, always to look myself straight in the eye. I don't want to stand with the setting sun and hate myself for things I have done. I want to go out with my head erect. I want to deserve all men's respect. I never can hide myself from me. I see what others may never see. I know what others may never know. I never can fool myself, and so, whatever happens, I want to be self-respecting and conscience-free." Please tune in tomorrow as Faisal will venture into one of the most powerful yet somewhat misunderstood topics of
fear.
Follow us on social media at Life Talks Live.
On Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
We close, as we always do, with love, peace, and respect.
Salam,
Shalom, Namaste. Thank you and good night.
Bye.